You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show.
Not erotic. I haven't watched every film, but yeah, of the ones I've watched, it's just fart jokes.
There's not like farting for tears. Like someone's like slowly like.
Not like deeply emotional,
Yeah.
impactful.
Well, there is one where somebody farts and it's in a drama. It ends serious, but that's supposed to be like a funny moment, but it's in the film overall as a drama.
I would love to see some filmmaker take the challenge of how could I have a fart depicted on screen and auditorily, but people are like touched, like emotionally touched or sad.
And
It's like a death fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
When
thinking death
someone
fart.
just died, and like you never see it in movies, but like everyone like shits their pants when they die. So it's like someone dies, like a big epic death, and then they're crying, and then
I like Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, like
Swiss Army Man was kind of that,
Hey,
actually.
you're right.
Yeah.
like they're lactose intolerant and they got waterboarded with milk, and they die, but you know they're lactose intolerant,
Yeah.
so that happens.
That's it.
Got one.
It's a hell of a preamble. Jeez. Did
You
that?
don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice. Welcome to Movie Baiters with the Farx brothers. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kirk.
I'm Nick.
You see that a little bit louder, Nick?
You're seeing this after we've already had the bait. You know how the show works. This is where we'll have worked out how we had the debate you just saw. Why don't you guys introduce each of yourselves and your personal connection to Frankenstein or Mary Shelley? Starting on the left.
Personally, I don't think.
Well, like whatever your personal connection to a
Okay.
Frankenstein or Frankenstein story of any kind.
Who's your Frankenstein?
Who's
Like
my
that?
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Like your bond.
Yeah, who's your
or
bond,
doctor.
yeah.
I feel it's like an old version of myself that I'm constantly trying to construct from the dead remains of something that I need to. leave
Wow,
behind.
that's real deep.
Yeah. I need to accept a new me on
Wow.
I'm giving up the guy I used to be to reference the Lawrence song.
Wow.
Lawrence.
Where's Barry when you need him? That sounded pretty.
I'm going to reference
Pretentious.
Barry later in the. Sorry, go ahead, Alex. Full name,
Yeah.
what you do in Upper Midwest movie making,
Okay.
and your connection to Frankenstein.
Sure. I'm Alex Suszko, and I'm a filmmaker here locally. Mostly director, but I also do cinematography and writing and editing and stuff. I guess my connection to Frankenstein is I read the book in high school,
Oh,
so that was a thing. But if I were to go the pretentious route, what I would say is that the films I make are like the monster. And I'm like Dr. Frankenstein building the films and bringing them to life. And so the idea of playing God and having full creative control to bring a monstrosity to life, which generally is how people receive my movies, as monstrosities.
your God, your films are monsters. Okay,
Yeah.
cool, yeah. Mick?
I'm Mick Lynch. I'm a composer.
Musician.
Had to look to Kyle for approval. What do I do?
You always have my approval, dear Mick. Dear Michelob Lynch
It means a
Ultra.
lot to me.
What is your personal connection to Frankenstein? You seem like you read the book too, and I already feel like.
I have, yeah, read it a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah.
Why?
I also read it in high school, and then I read it in the last year or two again because I like it. I just love like gothic horror in general, and Victorian fantasy and horror is kind of my favorite genre of fiction in general. So I've read a lot of those stories, like Dracula and Frankenstein, and Dorian Gray is probably my favorite. But yeah, I'm just kind of a snob about Gothic literature. So I guess that's my connection. I don't have a deep... I only see myself as God in a sort of egotistical sense, not in like a deeper insight into my creative process.
Were you a goth in high school at all?
I would say I'm a light goth now.
Okay,
And
cool.
I was also towards the end of high school.
Happy end of winter to you. young goths are.
We're the furthest from fall that we've ever been, and so that's the worst for us.
I'm so sorry. I know you guys will make it through a bright, shiny summer again.
We'll see.
Writing poems indoors.
Yeah, exactly.
Sleep during the day so you can be up at night when it's not hot and bright out and write that poetry.
Been doing that accidentally lately.
Oh.
Yeah. What
The
about you?
accidental poet.
Yeah.
Oh. My name is Merritt West, and I am an actor, among other things.
Yeah.
So, my connection to Frankenstein, and I guess I didn't realize I had this connection until I watched this movie, is that when I was an infant, I had an injury in my big right toe. I just cracked it just now talking about it. And this eventually led me to avoid using it, which led to, misalignments all throughout my body in a way, and different accidents kind of compiled on that. And I could relate to Frankenstein because of that, but I've overcome it. Or
Frankenstein or the monster?
the monster.
Okay.
Yeah, the monster.
Well,
Just wanted to
the
clarify.
bride gives
Yeah.
us a different
It's true.
answer to that.
Wait, on Monster and... Theoretically, we're after spoilers, so you guys can discuss spoilers in this section. The next section that we record, which everyone saw first, and they all know.
This is so confusing
I don't
now.
think
I don't know
it's
what's
a
going
spoiler
on.
that
Yeah.
Christian Bale is Frankenstein.
No, it's pretty
No, yeah.
early on. Like they say, he says he calls himself Frankenstein.
He calls himself Frank.
No, I think the doctor nicknames him Frank.
Yeah, the doctor
later
does.
doctor.
Oh, the Annette Bening doctor. you're
Yes,
saying.
yeah.
Okay, she had
Well,
a name.
if it's okay to spoil it, then I'll just say when they talked about the energy channels of the body,
Yeah?
I related to that big time.
Oh, wait, was that The Bride or Frankenstein?
No, Frankenstein.
Frank,
Del
they
Toro.
talking about the energy channels of the body?
What,
Well,
the
in order
chakra?
in order to give the body the lasting life,
Uh-huh.
otherwise there's a time limit, right? It would.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But
Yeah.
that was the whole breakthrough, and
Right.
To keep them reanimated.
yeah, and so they had this, lymph system on display. Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting to me.
Okay, cool. You guys are adjudicators, and meaning you're both jury and attorneys for the case of The Bride versus Frankenstein. And my brother and I have each taken a position, and our older brother is here for moral support. Okay?
Yeah, 'cause I only watched
He's
one.
only
of the
seen
movies.
one of them though.
Which
Yeah.
one?
The Bride.
Okay.
He was open to seeing The Bride, just for people's
You
enjoyment
didn't
now.
want to see Frankenstein?
It's like 5 fucking hours, isn't
It's,
it?
two and a
it's
half.
as long
Like
as
two-
The Bride, isn't
Same
it?
as 5. And
No,
that's
it's a half hour.
once it's over
No,
two.
no,
Once it's
it
over
isn't.
2 hours, it
Isn't
might
it?
as
It's
well
like
be 5.
15
It's-
minutes longer.
Yeah, it's not that much longer.
The Bride is 2 hours and 6 minutes. Frankenstein is 2 hours and 31 minutes. I know because of how many times I watched it in pieces. I have tried twice to watch it in one sitting, and I just
Which one?
the
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein because I watched it when it first came out, and then I watched it again for this, and I was like, I just don't like this. I find it boring, and
So you're the bride representative?
I'm the Bride, and
Okay.
he's the Frankenstein.
Yes,
Which
I'm pro Frankenstein.
you guys all figured out in the debate. What I'd like to do with the rest of our time is decide on what vectors of debate you guys will permit in the non-spoiler and spoiler. That's fine.
We're just setting up the rules for the
We're
debate.
setting up the rules in this section, and we have, I would say, 15 minutes left to do this. Which of you... I don't get to touch this anymore. Because you have to decide in each one who...
Well, we're
Who
going
won?
off like story.
Kirk, yes, story. Are you guys all
Story
willing to accept
characters.
story? We'll have to save story for both non-spoiler and spoiler.
Yeah.
We can discuss them in both, but as a category, and either Kirk's team wins, Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro, or Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride wins, and that's you guys can make your arguments. I know you have opinions. Nick didn't even watch one of the movies, and I
Yeah.
hope you make important dick jokes throughout.
I'll come up with some, yeah.
I bet you will come up with something. See what I did there?
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't
That's
come
really
down with
clever.
something.
That's a good
Come
point.
down or something, yeah.
Oh, I get it.
But Nick, even though you haven't seen the material, your opinion still matters.
I'm sure it does.
Well, you know the story of Frankenstein.
That's the thing,
So
like,
if you're
just-
talking about like the themes,
Movie's been made like a million times. Do I
Right.
need to spend 6.5 hours watching a? Because it's gonna feel like 6.5 hours
I mean,
watching
it's
just
just-
from the sound of it.
I would say yes, but
Like,
It's a lot. It's
By the end of the
It's
show,
a
it'll be
pretty
8
direct
hours.
adaptation of the book,
yeah.
which is pretty different from most of the Frankenstein story that people kind of have in their heads is pretty different from what the book is, and the movie is a pretty direct retelling of the book.
So would you say two separate categories of debate could be this iteration of the story, and then separately its adaptation of the original material? Because each movie has
The Bride isn't an adaptation of anything, though.
I mean, there's
Like a
this
sequel.
just sort
Yes.
of cultural Bride of Frankenstein story.
But not directly by Mary Shelley, though, right?
Well,
No.
also Mary Shelley is a feminist icon for having proven that she wrote the story that she wrote and having come up with it at the time she came up with it at. So you can then bringing that forward to how would that apply to modern versions of feminism. We can even throw feminism in as a category.
And a goth icon for losing her virginity on her father's grave.
Wow.
You shouldn't give me a
Fun
camera
fact.
to directly address.
Wait, well, you're talking about the bride.
No, that Mary Shelley did that.
Oh, she lost her virginity on...
Yeah,
How do you know that?
I'm a big fan.
Did you know that? You read it in high school.
That has nothing to do with
yeah,
the
it's
book.
not in the book.
They
I
don't
don't
put
think.
that in the
It's
book.
not like she did a.
There's an aside. Oh, and by the
Yeah.
way,
I lost my virginity. No, but how did you learn that?
I actually don't remember where I learned that, but I'm pretty certain it's true.
It doesn't count if you have to edit the Wikipedia
This is my
page.
mom calling me. Sorry.
Can we get her on the pod?
Yeah, get her on the show.
I genuinely would like to.
One way to reconcile your daddy issues.
Well, and I would
One
I
last
thought she was on
positive memory.
speakerphone for a second.
I would like to say to discuss how these movies look at parentage, if you will, or maybe we could broaden the category to something.
I
you
mean,
put that as
I would
category?
just say themes, because I feel like that's the main theme of the Guillermo del Toro one, and not really that much of a theme in the other one.
So we've got story, we've got
Adaptation.
adaptation, iteration. Because each iteration is different, I would argue.
I would say, I would kind of say that adaptation and iteration are the same thing.
It's out. It's out. You guys are the adjudicators.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What?
We got to it too late.
I already wrote it down.
That's fine. You can always cross it out.
I
later
might
if you guys
have
want.
misspelled it though.
That's fine.
Okay.
And then themes. So we can debate what the themes of each movie is and which one is of more cultural value. Something-
And how well they
Cultural
execute
value.
those themes.
I mean,
sure, yeah.
whoever is funnier wins, so just go.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
It's
good.
funnier.
Story, adaptation, feminism, themes, iteration. I got space for one more.
Character.
Well, I think
Characters.
it's going to be a lot more than that. I think like individual cast, like the cast of each,
The ensemble?
the ensemble.
Ensemble. I know that starts with an E.
Is there are there specific areas you guys want to cover as like more literary?
Well, I think in both films, the director's style and vision is very present. So just
Yeah,
talking
that's fair.
about which one is better.
director's
I guess.
style.
Yeah.
I
You
like
know,
that.
like,
just sort of style.
Style, sure.
Director's okay. Well,
Yeah.
the
Ultimate-
director is responsible for the style.
Yeah, because they set the tone for everyone else. And did anyone watch the Guillermo del Toro 45-minute making of Frankenstein on Netflix?
no.
Well, yeah, when I got to the end of that movie, I thought, I want 45 more minutes of that. And I've liked it, but no, I didn't think I wanted... I didn't even see that. I probably will watch it now.
It's there's information in it that like I was like, wait, do I like this movie? And I was like, no, it was boring, but I knew it was like well crafted. I just was bored by it. I didn't read the book like you guys, and I think that should be used to my deficit later when you vote on that. And do you have any areas of debate? That
No, I think we covered it all.
What?
Yeah.
I would just add, like, as far as Frankenstein goes, like, even if it's more faithful to the book, I don't know if that should be if a movie, like, a movie is its own medium, so, like, it should stand on its own. So I don't know if that should be a...
I think that's a good topic to bring up when we debate that.
Yeah.
And how like it can be a pro in the sense of, hey, we haven't seen an adaptation of the book, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, or it could be, if you don't, like, oh, I already have the book, I don't need the book, I want some gonzo thing like The Bride, trying not to make the argument, just talking about them. Adaptation versus gonzo reinterpretation.
I say that as someone who is still open to the idea that if I ever sat down and watched it, I might like it, but it's like realized like I'm on hole 10 of the golf course in my life, and I'm on the last half of my life, and like time is precious, and like I don't know if I have time for 2.5 hours.
Hey, I think you're gonna live to 100. Okay. I think
Do I want to be like Brian Johnson, the CEO who drinks like baby blood and he looks like that? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna live forever.
And he's like 40, but he looks older because of all of the weird medical stuff that he
Yeah, that
does.
fuck is old. That fuck is younger than I am.
Wait,
Yeah.
just
By a year or
changing.
two.
Wait, he's younger than you,
I'm 41.
and he's 40.
If he's really 40, then
I mean,
that
I don't know if
fucker-
he's exactly 40, but he's younger than you would think he is.
Oh.
Ironically.
His face looks
Whoa.
more waxen than Elon's almost, and I make fun of Elon all the time.
That is weird because I did think that guy was older because I've heard him say
Leave
this.
Elon alone.
We're going to colonize Jupiter. We're going to colonize Jupiter.
Before we got
Make child porn legal again. Ha ha.
Basically what you have to do is, we're just trying to make comedy legal again.
What's your opinion on Elon? Just to get it out of there.
Mine?
Yeah, you're not a hater. I'm not a hater. I think he's got
Don't
quirks.
have a
he's
strong
autistic.
opinion. I'd say my dream car is a Cybertruck.
Really?
Oh, wow. Cybertruck?
Why?
Dream bigger.
Because it just makes you look like an asshole on the road.
It makes you look like you're in an 80s futuristic movie.
That's the only reasoning that I can respect for that, actually. I fuck with that.
I don't think Cybertruck owners are utilizing the ad space enough. Like they need to
Just
put
the
better
amount of flat surfaces.
Yes, exactly. I think people, if you had one of those, you got this perfect flat surface. I mean, you could put whatever you want on there, and they just leave it whatever factory color it is.
Well, that's why Alex's dream car is the Mr. Beast Cybertruck specifically.
yeah.
I'm not
I
familiar.
haven't seen that
on-
one, no.
What is it?
Take your word on that. I'm not
I
familiar
think that
either.
exists. Did I dream that?
Well, I was wondering what you would even advertise on a Cybertruck. Like, you're already saying, hey, I'm an asshole. What does an asshole buy? Or what does an asshole sell you? Like, I mean,
Oh, what were the dick pills that you were talking about?
I was saying Rougette, before we got on, like, I keep getting
Wow.
Rougette ads on YouTube.
There goes our
so
sponsor.
Well, Rougette, we're open to you being a sponsor. I don't need that yet. I'm sure your pill is great.
I mean, they're pills for your dick, and the name of the show is a masturbation joke. So
Yeah,
like, it's
perfect.
total like synergy.
That's
Come
perfect.
on, Blue Chew. What do we got to do? Other areas that I believe we could cover in our debate of the movie, beyond director, beyond cast, would be just like
Period pieces. They're both
yeah,
period
the
pieces.
time.
I
and
would
is-
think that kind of falls under style.
Yeah, or adaptation.
we need a bunch of subcategories under style, my friend.
We need to give them a funny category. Like, what do you think
You-
of?
it's not a funny
would,
movie.
what about like entertainment? Because I thought The Bride was boring
Oh.
Fair. I've heard
and
that.
Frankenstein was entertaining, but I've
Yeah,
heard the
I agree
exact
with you.
opposite.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
I liked both.
Oh,
I liked one more, and you can guess which one it was based on that. But
Frankenstein.
yeah,
Well, I haven't decided yet, so I'm
Oh,
waiting
sweet.
for you.
So I know I'm not going to flip him. I might flip you. You don't have an opinion yet. Okay, I'm okay.
I saw The Bride today.
You
Oh,
did.
For the record,
nice.
For this?
Oh.
I saw
Dedication.
Frankenstein like a month or two ago.
Have you watched it one time or?
Yeah, I think I've only seen it. I have only seen it once,
Okay.
but I'm curious if The Bride will stick with me in the same way because Frankenstein has definitely stuck with me.
That's okay. Let's debate in the debate. Which one will have longer standing cultural impact? Because one of the things that has come up recently is that movies do not no longer have the cultural impact they did when we were younger. You guys might not have ever experienced it. You know, like movies having cultural impact.
Isn't that just because you're old?
Yeah.
So the movies that had an impact on you were the ones that you saw when you were a kid?
I mean, what has been a movie that's moved culture in the same way that, say, like Titanic moved culture in 1997?
Wolf of Wall Street.
No, that didn't move
No,
culture.
I wouldn't
did.
argue.
It moved culture for bros.
Avengers,
Well,
and
yeah,
then
definitely
Avengers
Avengers.
Endgame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, you know,
Idiocracy.
that was
Idiocracy.
No?
that's
Paul,
a great movie.
The
It wasn't.
Seth Rogen movie Paul about the little alien really changed everything.
I think you understand my point. Is that it was like when Beverly Hills Cop came out in 1984. That's what an actual blockbuster was, and there's never been a. I
Is
guess.
that the one with Axel F?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing I know about it. And so
His name?
immediately...
There was one good one. They made an okay one. Then they made a really bad one. Then they made a Netflix one.
But I'm saying, didn't it just impact your generation?
Yeah, but I think cultural impacts are generational, but like you can still identify them. Like like there were culturally impacting movies before our generation.
Yes.
Like fucking Wizard of Oz. Like I don't honestly give a shit about Wizard. I mean, like.
Well, I got
It's
one
fine.
for you, Mick. How about Princess Bride?
Okay, well that's just a great movie. That's true.
Is that for everybody?
But it was culturally impactful, I believe, when it came out in the late 80s.
I mean, like, that was just a big turning point specifically for, like, I wouldn't say that's something that has gone away in movies. I feel like there was just a specific moment, like the 80s were just a moment where there was a lot of innovation in film.
Monoculture is the thing I think we're referring to, is because we have fractured cultures now, and, like, there's not as much cohesivity between the sexes, the generations, the differences that you can, you know, apply to any group of humans. Like, we just don't have the same monoculture.
Is that it, or did you just not have a box that you could look into and hear everybody's opinion in the 80s?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that
But those different opinions still existed, you just didn't hear them.
there was less things in the market that reflected those things. Like, what's the highest performing Frankenstein movie of all time? Box office wise.
Frankenstein?
Adjusted for inflation.
Probably a Frankenstein.
Yeah.
I have no
Right,
idea.
Young
Not
Frankenstein?
adjusted for inflation, because I think the one from the 30s would win.
Yeah.
I
The
know.
one from the 90s is
Is
the...
it Hotel Transylvania?
Hotel, that
Well,
actually
yeah,
might be
yeah,
true.
That is true if you include not Frankenstein as an ensemble.
Oh.
Why would
Yeah.
you not adjust for inflation, though? It depends on what you're trying to figure out by asking
Because
the question.
then it
of what was
doesn't
the
make his
highest grossing.
point.
Well,
Yeah, what's the movie?
actually, no, it does make my point, is that things were more monoculture the further you go back, because more people with their feet...
Well, if you are talking about culture, though, then it makes more sense to adjust for inflation, because then if you adjust for inflation, you're not talking about dollars, you're talking about how many people went and saw this movie.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, like, you should adjust for inflation to get the number of, like, how many people saw the 1930s, how many people went and saw Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
There was a
Who's-
Frankenstein with Robert De Niro?
Yeah, the 90s
1994.
Kenneth Branagh one.
Yeah.
Mary
She-
Shelley's Frankenstein.
Correct. The full title, as pointed
Why
out.
did they do that for a little while? Like, they did a Bram Stoker's Dracula that
Francis
was
Ford
really
Coppola.
beautiful but butchered the book.
Oh, the Francis Ford Coppola one?
Yeah.
sure
it should
the-
have been called Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. Like it.
Yeah. I'm sure, that was 92, Dracula was 92, and the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein was 94, so it's like, it's almost for
okay.
sure, like, oh, they saw Dracula do well, so let's do Frankenstein.
Yeah, they're like, oh.
And then I assume Frankenstein didn't do well back then.
Did they do
because
a Blueberry too?
I was gonna say, like, they didn't. What's next? The fucking black lagoon, creature from the Black Lagoon, or like, what? Like they
Was
didn't
Shape
do that.
of Water kind of a creature from the Black Lagoon?
Creature of the
Yeah.
Black
Yeah, a
Lagoon,
little
starring
bit, sure.
Al Pacino.
Wait, is there one?
No, but I heard he's got a great ass.
But did you see that Kyle got to live in a world for just a moment there where that existed? And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, like,
If you are gonna swim in the Black Lagoon, you
gotta
better be
find-
ready for me.
he's not a fish. He's not a man. He's a black fish man. I can't explain it.
Hoo-wah!
You know, Al Pacino, guys.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Between the two of you, you also just imply that this is a movie where Al Pacino is playing at least two characters as someone who is looking into the Black Lagoon and the creature.
Well, he's aware of the Black Lagoon, and he's aware in the Black Lagoon there is the black fishman creature. Wait, is he like? What's the color of the creature in the Black Lagoon?
That's a good point, because
Is it
Green? Yeah, it's not black.
Well, it's a black and white movie.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a black and white
It's
movie.
fucking black and white.
And they've never
green.
done an updated one other than Shape of Water, where he's
when
kind
they've
of
done it,
gray.
he's kind of dark green.
Well, I got one. How we just talked about Al Pacino. How about Scarface? Have you guys seen that?
Yeah, but that's not a monster movie.
It's not.
He's
I
not.
mean, it's culturally impactful.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
culturally impactful. But that's what I'm trying to impart to our younger colleagues here is that, like, there was a time when movies had more cultural impact, and it was before you were in high school.
I disagree.
I just think that there was a time where it felt to him like he
Yeah.
just had a bigger
Because
cultural
That's a
impact.
fair
in
argument.
your formative years,
Yeah.
stuff sticks with you, you know? Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
But we can prove this in, like, how, like, adjusted for inflation numbers. Like, when we look at what movies adjusted for inflation.
Well, I would just ask you guys. I mean, what do you think is the most
Yeah.
culturally impactful movie you've seen, or your generation has seen?
Avengers Endgame, he said.
Well, I think of recent years, yeah, but of our generation,
well, I would say Paranormal Activity.
Okay. Wait,
I
but
mean-
you were a younger lad when that came out, right?
What was that, like 2005?
It was like 2000. Well, the
2007?
wide release was 2009.
Okay, so it was like
so I was
15 over 15 years ago.
Yeah, I was 13.
Yeah, it was impact. It made $100 million at the box office,
Right.
sure. And I mean, $100 million at the box office isn't anything.
Dark Knight.
Dark
Yeah,
Knight.
it's culturally, but that's 2008, 2009. One of the things.
Well, I feel like you need time in
Well,
order to prove
yeah,
that
that's what
everything
I'm trying to
does.
say
Have
too. Like,
culture, what has cultural impact is what sticks around.
yeah.
Yeah. Box office is not like the only thing. Like a movie could do really, really well, and then just Well, look at Scream 7. Like the movie, the highest opening weekend of
Look
the
at
franchise,
Avatar,
but the
Kyle.
movie sucks. Like, and everyone's just
Yeah.
talking about how shitty it is. So it's like,
So the
I'm
biggest
giving you
It's not just
Avatar
box
instead of
office.
Scream because we'll have had an episode about that come out already. But
Avatar is I think now again the highest grossing movie of all time with no cultural impact at all.
yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about. Is that it's like.
But that's what I'm saying is you can't look at box office for that. That's the highest grossing movie ever.
It's in commercial, like when Stranger Things was ending and they had a bunch of Stranger Things commercials. That's cultural impact. Something
Is
broke
it, or is
through
it
the
just
month.
marketing? I don't know if
that's
that's
just they were
cultural
trying to sell a
impact.
new season of
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Yes, but I'm talking because we talked about Gremlins on a previous episode and how they're like. I knew about Gremlins when it came out, even though I didn't go see Gremlins.
I
you
feel
weren't
like-
alive when. Wait, no, you weren't alive when Gremlins came out.
I got a question for you guys.
No, Gremlins
Blair
came
Witch
out in
Project.
84.
Blair Witch
Yeah.
Project,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
one.
That's
Oh,
a
I
great
got
one.
a point.
Blair
Merritt.
Witch, Blair
Well,
Witch
that was
Project.
99. right?
Okay,
So
but
that
it's you guys both
But that
nodded.
had a
Like,
huge impact.
Yeah,
Yeah, look at this,
absolutely.
look at this.
Huge impact, yeah.
And I actually, I'll make my argument a different way. So, like, the top grossing movies of the past 10 years have mostly been sequels and, like, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The top grossing movies in the past were new ideas
That's
into the
because
marketplace.
that's just because of Cap. That's because your generation has way more money than ours does. So they have way more money to spend on seeing movies.
100%, that's true.
So like most stuff is marketed towards your generation
Uh-huh.
because all the wealth is in your generation.
And we got to watch Gen X go through their, nostalgia jerk-off fest. Now it's our turn, and it's like, But, like, Frankenstein has persevered for 200 years in spite of all these things. But it's never been a box office success.
Yeah.
is it because the book's better?
So I wonder. Then I feel like we can pivot to less of a debate and more of yes, it is.
Thank you.
To more of like, what do you guys think came out in recent years that could have that impact?
Other than, like, Avengers and that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, even Avengers is an adaptation of something, you know.
I mean, Barbie did that for a little bit. Barbie and Oppenheimer had some cultural impact.
Yeah, I'd say Barbie. Well, actually, yeah, but both because
Yeah.
people are now, like, talking about nuclear weapons.
Sure.
And
Well,
Finally.
I feel like movies at large are kind of like the local film scene in that they're very cliquey.
yeah,
The movies are made for a designated sort of group of people as opposed to trying to make a movie for everybody. And so you get something that's very impactful for a certain group, like Wolf of Wall Street for the
Sure.
It was
Dude
impactful
bros.
for me, but that's why I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I mean that's why I got a Robin Hood account is because of Wolf of Wall Street.
Really? Oh my God. Okay.
Well, I agree with what you're saying because it's really what we're asking is what movies have introduced new material into the lexicon. Wolf of Wall Street, sell me this pen. Name, if you have to be, like you guys
Mean
talked
Girls.
about, you have to be able to name something from it.
I think
Yeah,
Mean
quotable.
Girls. If I'm trying to think of ones that are completely original, and Mean Girls is the first one that came to mind for me.
Based on a nonfiction book, but yes.
It is?
Yeah, Tina
That's-
Fey based
that
it
really
on.
happened?
No,
She
it
got
was
hit by a bus?
it was an anthropologic study that somebody wrote about like modern, you know, women. and
Okay,
how
I did
they-
kind of know this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she came up with a plot related to things in there. And then it's been turned into a musical since then.
I mean, I think if it's adapted from something recent enough, it doesn't matter that it's an adaptation, right?
Well,
Like-
especially since I doubt there were characters. There was no.
Yeah.
What's her name? Rachel McAdams' name in that? Like all the character. There was no like fetch in the book. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah,
was-
all of the
so-
stuff that was culturally impactful was original to the movie.
Yeah, I think it's like it's legally required to give credit to the book because of whatever the inspiration
command,
was. But
title, sorry.
huh?
It's chain of title. Oh, we can say our script is about this book, so anyone else that has a high school girl
Well,
script,
yeah.
ours is based on
I don't
this
know
book.
if they would go out of their way because then they have to pay money to use to get the book right. So I don't know if they would. They only do that if they for some reason they absolutely had to. But I don't know what that reason
No,
is. But
like you know the licensing market, like people hold on to the license for derivative products of a lot of these things just in case that property then gets used, and that's why a lot of these studios then like refresh the same properties over and over so they can keep the IP live for them.
we don't know. I don't think it's worth debating because we don't know in the moment. We can look it up in the break. But like I don't think a studio would go out of their way to we got to find a book that no one's heard. If it's a big book, then that changes things. We'll buy the movie rights before the book's published, and then we're going to do a tie-in so that the movie's already in production when the book comes out. We're going to put it on the cover of the book, and it's like cross-marketing. I don't think that's what happened with Mean Girls, but
No.
either way, I doubt that all the stuff that's culturally relevant was in that book, and it's all like Tina Fey. It's all the movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that your generation has like an instinct to kind of reject the big stuff that's meant for everybody?
Probably us specifically.
Yeah,
That's two guys.
That's true about you too.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean,
I should give you a more specific example. I don't know, Independence Day.
Because that would have been coming. It would have come out. You were born in the late '90s.
yeah, 96. Yeah.
Yeah, the year. No, 2 years after Independence Day.
Oh,
I
you're
should-
exactly
that's,
right.
that's a bad
It
example.
came out in
Something more
96.
recent.
Yeah.
It came out in
Are
'96.
you
Yeah,
turning
96.
30 this
Oh,
year, or you're
sorry.
already 30?
Yeah, turning 30 this year. Yeah.
Congrats.
I'm scared.
Here's what we'd
I'm
like
turning
to.
20, so I'm kind of at the start of my life, and he's kind of at the end of his life.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Useful life, anyway.
Useful, like, geez.
To utilize our time here, once we've come to the end of the spoiler debate, and we've decided a winner, what should the punishment for either Kirk or I be, as adjudicated by? And you have our brother here to help you.
Kill him with a car.
I am not going to kill him. Like I can't kill him. It would
Why
help
are you
him
assuming that
I
you
think-
would win?
Yeah.
if I was in the car and he was not.
All I can think of is Hot Tub Time Machine 2 right now.
I think it should be. What did you take a shot of?
Fireball.
Yeah. So.
A shot of a fireball?
Pint.
Yeah, but
For the winner?
like with the funnel up your ass.
Yeah, I don't
In
think
the
so.
butt. In the
Yeah,
butt.
but how are we ever going to
camera.
know if someone did that? 'Cause
Yeah.
he's not going to.
You
No,
can do it
we're
on
gonna do
camera.
it right here
Do it on camera.
on camera.
We don't have the funnel.
I got a funnel around.
You got a funnel?
I mean, you really need more of like one of those plunger things,
Oh, really? Wait, how do you know that?
Like a baster?
Just-
right?
Oh,
How else would you do
you're
a
probably
shot?
right, like an enema.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay.
You can't just pour it on your asshole.
I mean, we both have to agree to it as a
I don't
punishment.
know how
we'll do.
trained
Are you
Kyle and
open
Kirk's
to?
assholes are.
They can
Cinnamon
gurgle.
Anally
whiskey enema?
taking... No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, okay. So cinnamon whiskey enema is not accepted by my
No.
competitor here.
Don't do
so-
that.
Yeah, when you add the cinnamon.
I'm not the one who said
How
no.
about just we get to mix you a beverage on the fly on camera.
Sure.
You gotta drink
Okay,
some of that
but no piss, no
nasty-looking,
shit.
like,
Okay,
blueberry
nothing,
liqueur.
nothing
Yeah.
inedible or
No,
poisonous.
Nick has a disgusting liqueur, right?
It's like some like blackberry liqueur or some shit.
Yeah.
that, like
That sounds kind of good.
was left years.
Years ago. Okay, yeah.
I got
so
it.
one
I
of
got it
us
to
will,
break up.
at the end of the take a shot of it and
the
react.
core.
No, I think we get to
Yeah,
mix
but we gotta,
it. We
like,
get
they
to
gotta
mix
mix
it with
the
other
drink.
weird.
Like
Okay.
Pepto-Bismol or
No,
something.
okay, well,
Mustard. I don't know.
Mustard.
I guess Pepto-Bismol. I
Are you open to a
I
disgusting
guess that's good for
creation?
you.
Yeah, I could drink.
We're
a
open to
disgusting
disgusting creation.
It's for the loser, right?
Okay, we
Yes.
get
Yeah,
to
the loser has to
concoct you
drink
something
the
that you have to. Okay.
cocktail.
Should we do like a shot glass of it, or should we do a?
Oh, we should put a hams in the freezer, and they got to shotgun the hams, and they do it on camera. You guys are gonna pour it out.
Why do you guys have ham? You're so far past college.
Hams is great, bro.
Only when it's the right
College drink?
temperature.
It
I
brings
just
me
think
back
of it as
memories
the
of
college beer,
sucking on
and
a
I'm
horse
in
cock,
college.
drinking horse piss.
Memories? Or maybe a dream.
Speaking
Are we
of, I'll
agreeing
take
on the
another
mixed drink?
Yeah, man.
Loser takes a
I
drink.
probably could have reached myself, but thank you.
You're not gonna slam a ham? Come on, baby.
Shot,
Well, we
shotgun
agree
of hams.
Yeah.
We agree we will do some sort of funny drink thing
drink
as our and can this so conclude the interview section
Yeah.
for our
Well, do we still want to ask them the last question of the night, or
oh yeah, well,
Yeah,
I
do
mean we
that.
should always it'll be
Yeah.
in the first section then, but
yeah?
you know.
Well, who should we ask to be on the show?
You probably haven't had people
Yeah.
you've recommended since the last time you guys were on yet, so I apologize. I gotta reach out to Adam for you. I don't remember who you suggested, and I don't remember who you suggested since last
Did
time.
I suggest someone?
You can suggest someone new if you
Yeah,
want.
someone new.
I forgot we were doing this, so this is important.
You should have Sonya on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we'd love to have Sonya on. Do
Yeah.
you think we should come with Tenley? We could pick something Tenley would like, or
You
would
might
that...
have to tone down the
Yeah,
always
I
do
wanna
jokes
see
with
and the,
Sonya.
No,
Yeah, no,
just
Sonya's
Sonya.
great.
Yeah,
I
we'll just do
only
Sonya.
worked with her a bit, but she seems great.
yeah,
She is, yeah.
be my
You gotta
recommendation.
pick someone that we know and should have
We
had
should
on
have
already.
just that kid from Paprika on,
that
or
kid.
all of the kids from
We
Paprika.
are gonna have all the
Ben
kids
Hughes?
on
Oh, you are?
eventually to.
Oh, wait, no. I have a better one. Sorry.
Alright.
No, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt. You
I'm
gave a
still-
great
I'm still
recommendation.
thinking. You go
Those were
ahead.
good.
Yeah, like he would agree to be on the show.
Ryan.
Either
Reynolds.
he kills both of us, or we
Yeah.
kill him in self-defense.
It's an interesting thing that you have suggested. I'm not going to suggest anything more, as that person's very litigious.
I need
Yeah,
to
watch
put metal
out.
detectors in my door before we have him over.
Merritt, any closing thoughts for the segment?
I need to be like a public school.
Oh shit! I just had somebody, and you guys distracted me with that.
Sorry.
Who was I gonna say?
We celebrate all life and all folks. And
What were we talking about right before that?
We were talking about the kids from Paprika. We will definitely have them on at some point to do like kid versions
I
of our
remember
show.
now.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Trey Bell.
Oh,
Trey
sure.
Bell, oh,
Yeah, Nick knows
You
him.
reach out to them.
Drake
Well, we
Bell?
met
Trey
at the
Trey.
Oh.
channel.
Yes.
So I
I
kind
know.
of know him.
Nick knows him. Another of your panelists from that panel commented on one of my posts the next day, so I was like, Farx, once you interact with one Farx, you've interacted with all the Farxes.
Who is that?
It doesn't matter, I'm not saying it on camera. Camera.
Well, we've been teasing it for like 37 minutes, so we'll hop into a debate. Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN.